little character, but we added the A to him. And he now embodies a whole lot more than just who he used to be. Go ahead. When Miss Luker, this is really funny. When she asked me to do this, everybody was real excited because we added the A, the arts. And I have a knack for painting and crafting and that kind of thing. And the questions that I kept getting brought to me were, what do you do? And, ooh, art's right up your alley. And, ooh, the kids are going to love doing crafts with you. And so, you're the art teacher. And I just would smile and nod because there was just really no way for me to go into detail and go, no, that's not really what I'm doing. But what we're doing and what we came up with is an incorporation of all of those things into what we have titled the Smart Lab. And the Smart Lab is an integration of science, math, and art. And the little crazy man tells you about how I look at the end of the day, every day. And I thought he was a perfect logo for me, just me myself. You go ahead. Here are a few of the tools that we use. You can see in my room, we're not using a whole lot of paper pencil. And you'll also see in a couple more slides that are further down, you don't have your conventional classroom setup. And I come from a strict kindergarten, 18 years of kindergarten. And I was this is how you do it, sit back down when I tell you to, get your paper turned in here, follow Miss Morgan in line. Very strict, regimented teacher. And this has been a wonderful experience these past 6 weeks for me to grow as an educator. I don't think my children are just growing, but I think I'm growing as well. I am not an art teacher. We're going to say that now. I am an elementary engineering teacher, and I teach engineering to kindergarten through 4th graders. And I'm not talking about little concepts. I do not have a curriculum. I am using high school engineering concepts. And I'm having to make a curriculum map for myself. This is such a brand new concept, and brand new. There's probably a few more now, but there's maybe 2 or 3 schools in the entire state of Georgia that are doing this. And they are very well funded and very well off. They do not deal with or have the population that we have. And furthermore, on one other step further than that, they also do not have the special ed population that we have. And my eyes have been open. I'll get back to that in just a minute. But we are teaching them through the concepts of engineering. We're going through the different types of engineering. We're doing civil engineering, which we just got finished with. We did bridge design. We are just now starting mechanical engineering, which is car design. Aerospace engineering, we'll be doing rockets. Y'all might want to come visit us when we do that one. Agricultural engineering, which is something that we are really waiting for a couple of things to come through down the pipe. But we're going to be doing hydroponic and aquaponic design, which if you do not know what that is basically farming with water. It's an alternative route to growing produce, and it's something that's pushed in a lot of countries that don't have water and the climate that can grow food. So there's a lot of problems being solved with these 2 things. Software engineering, we'll be teaching coding and technology design. Yes, to kindergartners through 4th grade. Yes. And the last one we'll be working with will be electrical engineering. We'll be doing circuit and magnet design. Thomas Edison said the greatest invention in the world is the mind of a child. And I totally believe that. My eyes have been completely open because I got out of the books and I'm doing something that doesn't have a book. And I have seen things in 6 weeks that would, like he said, give you chill bumps. We are learning to combine information from science and math to creatively solve a problem as a team. And I told you you'd see my room design and my setup. It's not your normal thing. My tables are huge and round. There are no chairs. They come and we meet on the carpet to begin with, and I give them a PowerPoint presentation. They're learning not just by watching the PowerPoint presentation with them given information, which is what they have to have to go forward with the projects, but they're also learning that to express yourself with your vocabulary, to keep you on point. PowerPoint will help you do that. It'll help keep you on track with what you're doing. And as you can see, I don't have anybody that's not engaged. And that's just the first day. We took the civil engineering concept, and I had to really take what I saw on the high school map and break it way down, and I used the 3 billy goat scruff. And the next thing I did was they watched the little 3 billy goat scruff, and we talked about what happened in the 3 billy goat scruff that helped them solve the problem. Well, we talked about it for a while. We finally came up with the bridge is what helped them get from one place to the other. And then I was like, yes. So then we watched this little video from here, and it tells them what types of engineers there are out there. And then we narrow it further down to, well, which one of those is the one that we're going to be if we're going to build a bridge. And go over the next one. We watch what makes bridges strong. We talking about concepts that are way over their little heads, but let me tell you, did they get it? They got it. I mean, and when they got it, they grasped onto it quick.
And we let go. We let go.
I mean, we're talking about compression, tension, force, and weight. We are talking about the components that would make a bridge withstand certain criteria. They all have a rubric that they have to go by to fulfill their end of the project. You can go ahead. We first start with teaching them the design loop, and I broke it down into terms and words that are very simple for them to understand, but it's the same design loop that any engineering company or firm uses in the real world. It's just this very simple terms for my babies. And it's got 6 steps, and they learned that the past 6 weeks, and now we've started something new, and they're just applying it now and didn't let go of that. We are given a problem to solve, and they're broken up. There's 5 tables in my room. They're broken up into 5 groups. And as you can see, they have to brainstorm solutions in our lab groups. One of this, what you're seeing right here, is after we determined that we were going to do a bridge, I had to explain to them, when you're going to draw me the bridge that you're going to build, it cannot have a tree or a house or a sunshine on it. You're drawing me your concept for how this is going to stand up. And I'm trying to get them ready to go into what is 2D renderings, which is very difficult, but I don't think that my children can't do it. I've seen what these schools in Atlanta are doing, and I'm like, yeah, we can do that. Just give me a few minutes to get them acclimated to the vocabulary and my expectations, and we'll be fine. But you can see for kids that don't really have it down, they took the triangles. There's labeling going on. You can see a lot of things that they were doing, and they weren't just doing it by themselves, they were working collaboratively. Next. They're only given specific materials, which is my control of the project, because I want to see what they can do with this. And for the bridges, the only thing they were given was 10 straws, 10 index cards, one piece of this cardboard that I had pre-cut, and tape. That's it. And they had to make a bridge, you can go on, that this was their rubric that they had to follow. They had to give me at least 4 different designs from their table of 5. One of the people at their table was what I designated as the captain. They were sort of like the getter, the people who goes and gets all the things that's needed for you to complete it. The bridge had to hold a group goat for 30 seconds without tipping or dropping. And the goat was made out of Legos. And they had to take the Legos and stack them together and make a formation in some way. And they learned the hard way, because some of them just want to keep doing them like this. And they learned the hard way, the best is short and solid instead of tall and thin, because they learned about, we had another discussion about gravity, what happens when you're top heavy. And they had to I had a gram weight, and they had to weigh it, and they had to take on and off to make it weigh just 100 grams, which was different for them because everything they're used to doing is pounds. So it was very interesting for them to see and work with a little bitty scale, and they're like, hey, this works just like that. Yeah, it works just like the big scale, but now you're dealing with grams. And then they also, in their presenting on the last day, they had to use the vocabulary from the lesson. Here's some pictures of my babies being engaged. This one is my favorite. This was my favorite, just because you could see him is it doing what it's supposed to do. He's really looking at it with a scientific eye, not a see what I made eye. He's just really making sure it's doing what it's supposed to. This one is from the 6th week. And as Ms. Fluker can tell you, the whole building is singing a song about building the bridge. They're quite sick. The teachers are sick of it. The kids just are loving it. But this was the last week, and I am not kidding you. I had more fun every time as the weeks went on. I was not tired. I'm not tired. I wasn't tired of it at all. Every week was a different group of kids, a different brain set, a different, momentum to it. This little fella right here, they built their bridge. This is 10 straws and 10 index cards because I had run out of the cardboard pieces. So this is nothing but tape, index cards, and straws. He kept going after he got his little 100-gram billy goat to stand, and him and his buddy. I want you to look at all the stuff on this bridge. And when it would start to tip, they're like, oh, let's fix it. So they get down and they fix and they work. And now let's try it again. They start stacking. And when it starts to fall, oh, flip it over. They get down again, fix it, make it even stronger. This is what they got their bridge to hold. It's amazing to me. I mean, and I didn't stop them. I didn't say, oh, no, you're finished. You did what you're supposed to do. I let them go. And they keep working at it. So, yes, I am excited about this. I have a little something here that I can't tell you what's going on there. The best thing you can do is I'm going to invite you to come and see it. But I have a little something that I did catch. Go ahead and get this so you can see it. What does it say? Oh, let download. Can you get that pulled up?